Well, you might remember a long time ago when I put the stereo in first, I realized that all the speakers were blown. Well, not all of them, but some speakers were blown. Well, I've identified the two main culprits. That's the passenger door speaker, the big sub, if you like, and then there's a tweeter on top of the dash that is also completely blown. So as soon as you turn it up even a little bit, like, the distortion is off the chain. So what I've done is I've gone to Halfords and picked up a set of cheap Vibe ones. This is £8. That's an exact replacement for that one. So just need to solder in the socket so that it all fits in neatly, and that one will be easy. The door one's going to be a bit trickier because this speaker, even though it's the same diameter as this, 16.5 centimeters, whereas this sits in a metal frame, this sits in like a plastic surround. So I need to figure out how to make that work with that. I've got some theories, mostly little L-shaped brackets, which I'll have a rummage around, see if I can find any of those. If I can get 1, 2, 3, 4 L-shaped brackets at the side, and then I'll just cut this out, and then because attach this after everything, that will sit proud of the shroud, this here shroud. I realize I'm just pointing this to you with the hand that's using the phone. The rim around the outside will sit proud of the shroud, so if I can get little L-shaped brackets, small little guys screwing around the side, that'll hold that in place. But I just need to figure out how to get the speaker out. I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. Oh, and also, while I've had the door out, I've decided to glue together the top. That it was starting to come apart, same as the other door did, starting to separate a little bit. So I've got more epoxy resin left over, so I'm just mixed it up and stuck it in there. And yes, I think I did say epoxy resin, I meant epoxy resin. But so yeah, that's this evening's activities. And also my locking nut came in for the wheel, so I'm going to tackle the brakes later too. Should be a good evening. Speaking of other tasks to do, I have my replacement. These are generic mud flaps, and as you'd expect, they don't quite fit. They're, I don't know what car. There might be a different generation of range. They're roughly the right size, but this sort of lip doesn't correspond to my sills, and one of these brackets doesn't correspond either. So a bit of fettling required to make those fit, but I'd like to get those on this evening. And the other thing I have as well that's kind of buried in there are the wipers. Front two are easy to replace. I don't know how to do the back one yet. Need to figure that out. But oh yeah, and the other thing that happened was my replacement mirror turned up. So this is the old one. As you can see, all the liquid pooling in the corner, and you see how it's got this little red pointing at it again with the hand that's holding the phone. It has this little red light here to warn people that the alarm is on. Well, I got the FOMO one, Ford Motor Company one, and it clicks in perfectly, but it doesn't have the red light, nor does any of the wiring correspond at the back. You can't really see it there, but the sockets are entirely different. Now, that's for one of those days when I get truly bored and I want to do something pointless. I will find out which of the wires in there will make this mirror work. I think they just need power. I don't think it needs much else. And once I have that done, I'll splice them into the socket, the little piece of, where is it, there it is, that thing, the socket on this mirror, and I'll make that one work. But for now, I'm curious to see if that one just stays together or not, because the last two that I've put in, the original one when I replaced the windscreen and this one, have both done this. But these were the original BMW spec ones, whereas that is the later, as I say, Ford one, which the internet informs me is far sturdier and hardier. So we shall see. So this is what the finished speaker, well, I say finished, but this is what it looks like now. So I've fitted the 16.5-inch Vibe using these, they're just these screw clips and these little cleats, and I've just opened them out and bent them, there you go, bent them into an L shape, screwed two to the original mounting that goes into the car, and then the other two then are through the screws around the speaker, through the little openings, and then back in through the bitey bit, if you like, of those little cleats. So, oh yeah, and then for wiring, I've just soldered on the connectors that'll go to the speaker, so I haven't wired them in yet. I'll do that now. And then that should be it. The car plug will then plug in here, hopefully speak to the speakers, and hopefully we'll have sound, which isn't too bad. So bear with, let me plug that in, put it in the car, and we'll turn it on and see where we're at. Right, so I've installed it. Seems to be working pretty well. That speaker up there is also point proved. That speaker up there has also been replaced. Sorry, it bongs every time you leave the key in it, which is very annoying. And I've just had a look at the door card, and I'll show it to you now. The only worry I have is that this doesn't sit in as flush as it did, and it overhangs this by a good centimeter. And I'm just checking the door card now relative to these inserts to see what kind of space I have down there. I do have a little bit of breathing room underneath it, but I just need to check, see how that looks there, because if that snet falls on the door, I'll be pretty damn annoyed. So let's have a little quick look. I don't know. I think it'll be okay, but it'll be tight. Door card is in. Nothing much to report really. It all kind of popped in. The good news is that the speaker, which was a slightly funky shape, fits in behind the door. All the poppers go on. I think it's tight in there, but it works. And then when I tested it, when I was testing the stereo last night with the speaker in place, but without the door card in place, I noticed that the same speaker on the driver's door is also starting to give a bit of jip. So I may end up having to replace that as well. So I have a feeling it's going to be a set of rolling repairs as regards the door. Just the door speakers, just because I think they're all a bit shot. Another funky thing was last night when I was putting it in reverse, the video didn't come on, and I was like, well, that's weird. So I took it all apart, you know, took the boot poppers out, had a proper look at the boot, took the stereo out again, had another look at it, and when I'll turn it on here real quick, tested it last night, everything was perfect. Today I come out again, put it in reverse, and it goes off. And then it occurred to me, wait a minute, I turned off the car and put the ignition on, and it came back on again. So it's getting the video signal. Here, I'll see if I can show you here. So here it is. So if I put the car now in reverse, not running, and then okay, yeah, sorry, that's just that thing firing up. That's the Android Auto. Now, if I turn on the ignition, boom, straight away, you get the backup camera. But if the car is running, hard for me to do this now because I'm in the wrong seat. Bear with. Obviously, we don't want the car to run away. This is unseemly, but here we go. Right, so now same process. Put the car in reverse. Handbrake down, brakes on. Put it in reverse now, and I get no video signal. What's that about? Well, I've come home from work and my steering wheel adapter module unit has turned up. Now, there was one of these in it, but it was obsolete. It wouldn't talk to this stereo. It just wasn't able to do it. Just didn't have the tech in it. So this is a much later version. It fundamentally looks like the same thing, but programming is obviously different. And also I got a replacement patch lead. I got one of these previously, and then I chopped it up to try and make the other one work, but for the sake of £4, I thought, well, let me just get a fresh one that I know will work. So this should all be plug and play. I just need to take the stereo out and plug this in, and then hopefully I'll get functionality back on my steering wheel, because it seems a bit ridiculous to have half the steering wheel doing nothing. And the other thing I'm going to do while I'm here, if I can, is I've still got the original camera from the cheaper head unit that I got. This, if I can make this work without, you know, by just hooking it up here at the dashboard and running the car, then I'll know that the problem is interference somewhere along the line rather than the headset itself. So I've got this to play with and then this to experiment with, but bear with while I rip everything out and we can start playing with some wires. Hopefully none of this will take very long. I hope it doesn't, because it's absolutely freezing out here tonight. Right, old sort of loom adapter out. New one is in, as is the new in-car tech steering wheel adapter. Now, the moment of truth. Will it work? Ah, there it is. Okay.
18.
All right.
These days, it's nice to know what you're getting.
All right.
Like
Right.
the saying,
So,
when you tuck into
hold
a
on there. So here's
tasty
what I'm going to
breakfast,
do.
the
Test the
saying,
steering wheel button. Here we
when
go.
your kids stay and eat breakfast for free. The saying, knowing
Right,
there
do I need
are
does the car need to be on?
hotels, and the saying, every time you sink into one of our super comfy beds. Enjoy the same feeling whatever the trip. Premier Inn. Rest easy.
Right. Let me just check that I've done this right. That should work. Stereo works. That should work. At least the volume. How frustrating. It's just not working. Right. What I had done is just not push this in all the way. I had to give it an extra hard shove to click it in, and then that gave me, see what we got here. So now what do we got? We have it working. Oh, I can change stations. Beautiful. If I push and hold, will it tune? Beautiful. Absolute full functionality. I can't believe it. Right. Now, I wonder what this RT button does. You push and hold it, see if it does anything. Right, so far that does nothing. And then the voice activation button. Okay. As per the old unit on the Alpine, neither of those do anything. Let me put on Spotify. Let me hit the voice button here. Right, so none of those do anything. The only thing that works is the volume and the seat. But, as I said, that's as much as I had in the old unit anyway, so I'll take that. And I might go in and see is there a way that I can teach the unit, because that some car stereos do have that. Oh, let me just turn the stereo down. Lovely. Because some stereos do have the ability to be able to learn steering wheel functions, but at least this is now talking to that. Next job, can I get the camera to work?